Middlesex began what turned out to be the final day of our LV game of the week on 127 for 4 in their second innings for a lead of 110, and crucially they lost David Milan in the morning's first over as he edged Adam Lyth to Tim Bresnan at slip. Milan was gone for 35 after adding just a couple of runs to his overnight score, so it was just the start Yorkshire wanted. Andrew Gale had been immediately rewarded with opening up the day with his slightly better than part-time spinner, although he was to have no more success as John Simpson and James Franklin added 29 for the 6th wicket. But when Simpson on 15 was bowled by Bresnan with the total on 159 for 6, the champions were just where they wanted to be as they went in search of their 3rd win of the summer, having already defeated both Worcestershire and Hampshire when we have designated a match of theirs as our game of the week. Yorkshire were held up now though by Ollie Rayner and Captain Franklin, who'd resumed his innings first thing on 26. These two safely negotiated the next hour as they needed to. Middlesex may have been thinking back to the previous day when they had their host just where they wanted before Johnny Bairstow produced his innings of magic. Middlesex needed something similar now to put themselves back in the box seat in a game which has ebbed and flowed throughout. It has been an excellent game of cricket on an excellent pitch between two good sides. Franklin was playing a captain's knock for his team. This boundary off Will Rhodes, the left-hander's 5th, took him to a 50 off 111 deliveries. His partnership with Rayner was developing nicely at this point, and if they could just keep going on until lunch, it would have been the visitors' morning. But they couldn't. Having made a pleasing 28, Rayner fell into a trap, driving a ball held back by Stephen Patterson into a well-placed Gary Balance at short extra. It was the kind of thing that helped Yorkshire win the title last year, and the way they're going this time out, they may be difficult to stop again. Next over, and it was Yorkshire back on top. Rayner and Franklin had added 47 runs for the 7th wicket, but the 8th offered just 5, all coming to James Harris, who was LBW to Rhodes, with his side on 211 for 8, effectively 194 for 8. Rhodes struck again in his next over to get rid of Toby Rowland-Jones, and then the all-rounder bagged the best figures of his career as last man Tim Murtagh, who'd made a speedy 13, lost his off-stump, as Rhodes ended with figures of 3 for 42. Middlesex all out for 229, the same score Yorkshire had made in their first dig. Franklin was left stranded on 55. So the champions were left to get 213 to win in 5 sessions, and Lyth and Alex Lees made steady progress through the first 14 overs of the chase. This opening partnership was as much about taking the shine off the dangerous new ball as it was scoring runs, although 27 were made in that time. Lees is struggling for form at the moment after a very good start to his season, and he was LBW to Franklin here for 10, the visiting skipper striking with his very first ball of the match after failing to bring himself on at all in the first innings. He was now up against the England duo of Lyth and Balance, the latter getting away with this early edge off the Kiwi. It brought the batsman 4 runs instead of a wicket. Some more encouraging shots from the number 3 followed, however, as he began to find his touch, spending some valuable time at the crease in a situation which may not have had the intensity of a test match, but was still filled with so much to play for. Middlesex knew that there would be some distance between them and their hosts if they could win here, but Balance and Lyth had other ideas as they carried the total to 91 for 1 by the time tea arrived. Yorkshire in a very strong position. But on the restart, after 7 more runs had been knocked off, Balance was stumped off Rayner before Lyth reached his half-century off his 108th delivery, that being his 9th boundary. He is a man who thrives under pressure and was doing his side a great service right now. He went on to make 67 out of a total of 129, putting his side on course for a very important win, one which keeps Yorkshire hot on the heels of the new leaders Durham. However, that win was by no means a foregone conclusion, with Rayner bowling well and picking up his second England man in the form of Lyth, who nicked a turning ball behind. In a game which has moved one way and then the other over and over, either result was still possible. Especially when Bairstow failed for the first time this summer, edging his 5th ball from Roland Jones to Rayner to go for a duck after already being dropped by the same man, and to leave many in a good crowd in Leeds wondering if there were to be yet more twists and turns in this excellent game. There followed some nervous moments with some playing and missing until Jack Leaning released the growing pressure by taking Rayner over the top for a 6. Gale was also keeping his composure, knocking off his runs without too many alarms, carrying the score up to 169, with his side now just 44 runs away from their victory target. But Middlesex weren't done yet. Harris charged in and got a ball to bounce sharply at Leaning, who could only fend the ball to Rayner, who for the most part had a very good game in the slip cordon, although he did hurt himself while gathering that catch. Leaning was on his way for 25 at 169 for 5. It was late in the day, but we carried on as Yorkshire looked to finish things off with a day to spare. They were just 24 runs away when Gale on 37, trying to get the job done in a hurry, dragged a ball from Murtagh back on, but the job had nearly been completed without one man excelling with the bat on this occasion. Glenn Maxwell came in to take his side even closer, making his first real contribution for his county in the 4-day game. And he finished it off in real style by belting a ball from Harris high and straight down the ground for a 6, as Yorkshire took the game by 4 wickets. It had been no easy chase by any means against a well-disciplined and well-marshalled attack, but with Maxwell ending on 23 and Rhodes on 10, the champions had won for a 3rd time, which naturally thrilled their skipper.
Yeah, fantastic win, to win there under pressure at the end on a tough pitch, and you know, the lads under tough conditions there with that pitch, and to get home and dry and still be unbeaten. Fantastic effort.
A great advert for county cricket as well, because Middlesex played their part.
Yeah, Middlesex are a good side. They were unbeaten until this game, and it showed why. We went toe to toe all throughout the game, and you know, people watching saw a great spectacle.
You know, for a game to be completed in 3 days means that there's some pretty attacking cricket going on, and you know, I think the pitch was conducive to showing a good game of cricket as well. Unfortunately, we came second. We were up against a tough Yorkshire team on their home patch, defending champions, and we knew that we'd have to fight hard all the way, but we just came up short, and probably deservedly so, in terms of Yorkshire probably had the upper hand for most of the game, really.
So Yorkshire move up to 2nd after taking 20 points from this contest to Middlesex's 4. Both teams now have 98 points in total, which leaves them 11 behind leaders Durham, the champions, with a game in hand on both. They are next in action against strugglers Nottinghamshire a week on Monday, while Middlesex also missed the next round before heading to Uxbridge for the visit of Worcestershire on Sunday week.